It's December and I'm here in the mountains being blown around by the winds with a forecast of wintry rain coming. I'm going to be camping here without my tent.
Hello Wild Ones, I'm here today to try a mountain survival scenario. I'm going to try a night out without a tent, just in my Bivi bag.
Now that might sound a bit mad, but let me assure you that I've come to this decision not just because I'm a bit of a chaos goblin, but also for more sensible reasons.
So in this scenario, I have completely lost my tent. It's blown off a cliff, but the sun's going down and I don't feel I have enough time to safely get down. So I'm staying out for the night.
You see, these are the kind of conditions that break tents or send them flying off a cliff, never to be seen again. So I figure if I'm going to be out camping in them, I ought to be sure that I'm able to survive without my tent.
In reality, I have a tent in my rucksack in case I need it. I'm also only half a kilometre from my car.
So tonight we're going to see how to be prepared for an unexpected night out in the mountains in bad weather without a tent.
So the first thing you want to do in this situation, once you've made that decision that you're staying out, is to find somewhere that's as out of the wind as possible. I've chosen this little ditch here, where I'll be able to lay kind of propped up, hopefully be fairly comfortable and comparatively out of the wind. I mean, if you look at how that grass is going there compared to here, there's a lot less wind here, and that's going to make a big difference. This, of course, is going to be a thoroughly unpleasant experience, but that's okay. The point is that I'm going to be able to survive it unharmed and well and get down the next day. So I've just measured a 47km/h gust, but if we put this down here where I want to stay tonight, I mean the difference a bit of a ditch and some rocks can make is insane. I think this is a good spot. Let's start getting some stuff out. Look at that, perfect little cubby hole there. So here's my Bivi bag I take out with me on every single trip. Not necessarily that one, but I always have one because it can quite literally save your life in this kind of situation. Okay, so my sleeping bag is in my Bivi bag. That shake. This is our shelter for the night. You know what, even just sitting here blowing this up, it is so sheltered compared to what I can see going on over there. Crazy. It's kind of nice. Right, so let's get this mat under here. Part of my rucksack, everything is in a Nylofume pack liner. It's entirely waterproof, so I'm going to use this as my storage to keep my stuff right next to me while I'm in the Bivi bag, because of course once we're in, you don't really want to be getting out unless you get a nice dry spell, maybe you really need to get out for a week. Apart from that, you're just in for the night. That's actually jammed in there pretty nice, so I don't think that'll shift too easily. Let's have a quick peek at this sunset. Wow, look at that! Oh, ain't it beautiful? Oh. That's home for the night, baby! Right, let's get back to business! So of course you want everything really nice and accessible. So I've put my stuff in there. I've got my water here. Now I'm not expecting this Bivi bag to keep every little bit of water out, but it should keep enough water out that I'm not going to get hypothermia. I think for me, I like to do stuff like this in a controlled, you know, reasonably safe fashion, because it helps me feel secure in what I'm doing, that I know if the worst happens, I'll be alright and I've got experience, you know, surviving it. I think it just really helped me stay calm in a real emergency situation, just knowing how to do this and that I can do this. The thing is as well, being mid-December, it's a really, really long night. It's a lot of darkness. So if it's properly dark by 5 and then the sun rises at, I think, 8:15, that's what, over 15 hours of darkness. Probably about 16 hours of darkness if you're including, you know, this part, the dusky part. 16 hours. So that's what we've got. 16 hours in a bivy bag in the mountains. Right, I'm just going to chill for a little bit. Wait for it to get properly dark. And question my life choices. Hi. Oh, almost forgot my pillow. It's like the best bit. Oh, what a pillow just makes everything feel like home, doesn't it? Oh, you know what? This is well comfy. Here's my view from my bivy bag hole. Look, I'm in the bivy bag, and that's what I can see. It's pretty cool, huh? And here I am inside my bivy bag. Pretty snug. It's dark. Let's have a look, see what the temperature is. It is 7.2 degrees C at the moment, so that's okay. It's quite mild for December. Would be trying this out on a really cold night for sure. Can I have something to eat? It's not raining. Woo! It's kind of amazing that I can just lay here and be comfy and warm and dry. It's really weird. Although we're not far in yet, are we? Yeah, let's not count our chickens just yet, huh? Could you imagine being stuck out in that with no bivy bag? Could kill you. I know I like to bang on about bivy bags, but this is why. This is the difference between being warm and cosy and comfortable and potentially dying of hypothermia. At least you're conserving lots of energy as well, just laying here like a slug. It's actually pretty roomy in here. It's not too shabby. This is my little breathing hole. Some cake. Lemon cakes. Yoink! Wow! That is some wind. The grass breaking off. That's a big wind. Ooh. Closest I feel to nature when I'm out here in a bag. This wind's pretty cool because look how it's dried my mat already from the last rain shower. It's still wet underneath where my legs are, so I might sit like this for a bit, see if we can dry it off. It seems to have changed direction and it's like hitting me with full force now. It's coming from that direction now, I think, whereas before it was coming from that direction. But I'm nice and snug. I'm so glad to be in here because that wind would just suck the heat right out of you. And it's so nice laying here because sometimes the clouds part and you can see all the stars. I'm going to try and get some sleep.
Look at that, it's beautiful now. It's 8:30. I slept through most of the night. I'm alive! It's just started raining a little bit again. It's a beautiful morning. The wind's pretty much gone. Yeah, I think I slept for at least 7 hours last night, which is unbelievable really. I thought, oh, cold hands. I thought I was going to find this a really tough experience, but it was actually fine. It didn't rain too much, to be fair. Bit of a wet mat and little dry patch where I've been. Yeah, I'm perfectly warm and dry and happy, and that's why I carry a bivy bag. So I think in case this rain's about to get a lot worse, I'll get packed up, get on my way. I'm not going to hang around this morning. I'm going to get going. Right, I'm going to get my boots on. Try to get in and out of this without getting my bag. Brief look inside the sleeping bag, which has got a bit wet around here of course, but it's dry inside. Right, how to get this away in the rain now. I'm never going to get this in here completely dry, but I'll do the best I can. I'm dripping on it as well. So you can see actually, sleeping bag is damp on the outside, but that's not gone through to the inside, so it still kept me really nice and dry. And this sleeping bag, although it looks wet, it's only damp on the outside, so once I get back to the car, start drying that off, give it a few days of floofing it, and it'll be absolutely fine. Thank you, camping place. I know we'll make it right. Right, let's go. That was actually really enjoyable, apart from the packing up in the rain with cold fingers bit. I would wake up now and again, just be under a sky full of stars, and then I'd wake up a bit later and it'd be raining. I'd pull the hood over. It was fine. And I survived the night, safe and well. So yeah, all good. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.